Alright, welcome to more
Did we start the video
ADMW
yet?
tournament matches. What was the question?
Did you start the video yet?
Yes. Oh no, I haven't started the video. Sorry, I started the recording. So I'm
Okay, you
doing a little
started
bit
the
of
recording.
introduction here. And
All right,
so,
go ahead.
you ready to start it?
Yes, sorry.
Alright, for those watching at home wondering what the heck's going on, we've pre-recorded these and we're doing commentary over them, just to help out Koshade with the workload of doing commentary over the videos, because he can't be everywhere at once.
That's
So,
true.
let's get this video rolling. This is going to be Frozen versus Molrid.
Moldred.
It's Moldrid in
Oh,
this
Molrid.
thing. It's Molrid on that one.
It's
We'll go with
yeah, okay.
Molrid.
It's
Either way, Frozen versus Molrid in Group A. Let's get this video rolling. 3, 2, 1.
all
And it
right.
looks
Sweet.
like Molrid is playing a Bloodwave Warlord, while Frozen is bringing out the Force Master.
The Pelion Force Master. Well, we all know
Yes.
who I'm rooting for this game.
Well, you play both of those. Come on now.
I do, but you know, Force Master is my friend. Soft
true.
spot.
Soft spot for Force Master. It's alright. I root for Dreamlock Warlock, even though I see a bunch of them having not won yet.
I've been charmed. We'll say.
You're mind controlled. That's what it is.
No, I can break away from her.
You say that.
Just charmed.
You say that. I'm sure the mind control creatures think that too. All right.
All right, let's see if I actually zoom this one. I don't remember if I do.
You remembered it eventually in the last one.
I know. I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, it's all right. It's practice. And so we're just kind of BSing before they really get rolling here, but it should kick off here in a minute.
Yep. So there are lots of new and different builds for the Force Master these days, so it'll be interesting to see what Frozen pulls out.
It's true.
The Bloodwave Warlord, I have seen a barracks build so far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that was Anvil Throne, wasn't it?
There was also one that played
but
barracks, I think.
you did a barracks one too, didn't you?
Ooh.
Bloodwave?
I did do a Bloodwave. Did I do barracks? I don't remember if I did barracks
Yeah.
or not. It feels like so
There's
long ago.
also, I mean, since those veteran tokens can be gotten by any corporeal creature, there have been several builds that just do Iron Golems.
Iron Golem, baby.
Yeah. Oh, they have a glitch here at the beginning.
They're about to reset really quickly.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It's unfortunate.
I tried to reset it, and then I couldn't because I wasn't a player in the game.
Ah.
Just to make one of them do it.
Well, eventually we'll get this right.
There we go. All right.
So as we were saying, so we're seeing a lot of Bloodwave Warlords in the early part of this tournament. And I have to assume it's because everybody thinks that they're one of the, I would call them middle tier mages, so that they can use them without using the mages that they're best with.
Yeah, I think very few people are best with warlords, probably.
That's true. I haven't seen too many people go around saying they main the Warlord, although there are plenty of good builds in my opinion. I don't personally have one because I don't think mine played all that well, and I'm going to have to rethink it, but there are a lot of cool ones I've seen. The Thunderdome G actually saw a few of them that did really well. I remember one of them was one that had Akira's hammer just raining rocks on the other person the entire game.
All right, so they are able to advance the phase, so we are going to see some action here pretty soon, hopefully.
And here we go. So the deployment phase, yes, they can actually move through for sure. First quick cast phase, also known as the first pass phase for everybody in this game in the first turn.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really seen anybody try to do that first quick cast in the first quick cast phase.
There's one instance in which you want to do the first quick cast, and that is if you
Gate
are
of Voltari?
Gate of Voltari Wizard.
Yeah. And it looks like we're getting a Barracks Warlord.
Now,
Barracks going
first
down
turn,
really
right away.
early.
Well, I mean, depending on what kind of Force Master he's running into, that might be pretty good.
It could end up being alright.
We'll see if he construction yards here. And that does not look
Yeah,
like
it's a
construction
garrison
yard. There you
post.
go, garrison post. Okay.
Yeah, construction yard I don't think would be that far out in front.
No, no. I mean, but he could move up and put it in the corner.
That is true.
We're seeing a quick cast enchantment on the Force Master. A cheetah speed.
Ooh.
This is looking to be extremely aggressive.
The crazy thing about
Oh, wow.
both of these builds is they're very old style builds for
Yeah.
both of the mages. I remember a
Well,
long time ago it was Barracks Garrison Post early opening for the Warlord, and this looks a lot like a Slice and Dice Force Master to me, which is pretty much reminiscent of when this set came out in the first place.
yeah, we have a classic first expansion of Mage Wars match going on here.
I wonder if they intended that.
I'm sure they did not communicate.
You pick one from this set, I'll pick one from this set, and we'll meet in the middle.
All right, so Battleforge gaining actions for Force Master and Barracks gaining actions for Warlord. What kind of things would you think should be happening here? I mean, clearly the Force Master is going to get some sort of beef equipment going on, maybe even Galvatar this
I'm
turn.
gonna expect a Galvatar being dropped, followed by a Force Pull and a Stab. This looks like an aggressive Force Master to me.
Okay. I was thinking that maybe Molrid should put a creature out on that garrison post and then hit it with defend.
That's an interesting one. Which creature would you put first? With 12 mana.
Let's see. 12 mana, 2 on the barracks. He could Panzer Guard defend this turn.
If he uses the barracks, he could. But it
If he uses
looks
the barracks,
like he's not using the barracks.
That's interesting.
That is very
Why would you
interesting.
play a barracks and not use it?
Well, I mean, I've been known to play spawn points and not use them every turn. And there's the Galvatar. All right.
See, Galvatar, no deploy from Molrid, of course.
Still 7 mana remaining on that Force Master. That's still plenty of mana to do something with. Heck, you could even double. You could do a teleport of 2 zones and then get a full action double slice on there.
That's true. Although with cheetah speed, I doubt that they're going to teleport.
I would doubt it too, but it's I would call that a best case scenario or something like that. You know, it's a way for the Force Master to kind of exert pressure early on.
I would expect some kind of armor here from Molrid. I mean, that is how you defeat the Force Master early on. You either Surging Wave or
Surging Wave
put
damage
on
race.
some armor. Yeah.
And first quick cast action going down.
Just putting
Ooh,
some
wall
out
of
there.
pikes.
A wall of pikes. Okay, so
That's
saying you're going
alright.
to come in here, you're going to take 5 damage.
The only issue you're going to run into, or that you could run into, is that the defense will work against the wall of pikes.
Yes, it will. The wall of pikes is the only wall, I believe, that has a passage attack that is avoidable.
That sounds accurate. I can't think of one that
He turns it the wrong way.
I think you'll get it.
No,
eventually.
he's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I think there's only one way you can turn it on Octagon. So
Oh, okay.
he has to turn it 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. I think it only rotates one direction.
All right, so now the big question is, does the Force Master run through this wall to get the hit in? Or does she do something else?
The world may never know.
Well, I hopefully will know, otherwise this
Oh,
over.
gonna move up and around. All right.
Okay. Decides not to take the damage. Can always get in next time.
And we have another spell
And-
coming. It looks like it's gonna be an enchantment.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if you plan an enchantment, you can afford to not go over
Or
there.
you
And a quick cast.
Oh yeah, cheetah speed. No, I was like, how's he doing? Oh yeah.
Cheetah
Okay.
speed. Cheetah speed is good. All right, so 2 enchantments go down. What do you want to bet one of those is Lion Savagery?
I could see one being Lion Savagery. I would have probably put Mongoose Agility on myself as well in preparation for anything.
That is a good choice because you don't know when and how many soldiers this guy is going to get out.
Yeah, that's one
Wall
of
of
those things I'd
Pikes
be worried
is
about.
cheap.
And the good thing
And
about
here's the signet.
Mongoose, oh yeah, that's right. The ring came out, but I would say the other good news or good thing about Mongoose Agility in this case is that it's unlikely for the Warlord to have multiple Seeking Dispels, if any at all.
That's true. Many warlords do not pack very many arcane spells for obvious reasons.
Not to say that they don't have any of them, but if they want to use them early on like that, then it might not be bad to do on one of your couple
Well, although I have been
longest fields.
surprised before. I believe in the Mage Roars League, I saw a Bloodwave Warlord that had so many arcane spells that I was just astonished. I can't
Which
remember
match
who
was
ran
that?
it.
Okay.
That was one that Nathan ran. He was doing his Force Master versus, I don't remember who the Warlord was, and I feel bad about it because it was a really interesting book. But,
Okay.
all right, another equipment coming out. I would expect Gauntlets of Strength here.
Think that, or you think they go defensive?
Or Dancing Scimitar. Would be full-on aggression, would be Dancing Scimitar. Yeah, or we could see starting to put some leather on to mitigate some incoming response. Still nothing on that barracks. I think Molrid is making some hard choices right now. He knows he's going to get hit, and he's got to deal with it. $14 mana, though. He has options with 14 mana and 4 on the barracks.
I still think it was a good play by the Force Master there to make sure he's still in range of the Force Pull. Make sure that Warlord is still in range of the Force Pull, excuse me.
That's true.
So that's
and there's not a whole lot of places you could go to get away from the Force Pull. It has a range of 2. And with Sheet of Speed. Although, if you're using Force Pull with your main action, you're not hitting anything. So, I guess we'll see what Molrid does. I don't know if I would stay there. Looks like a dangerous place. A Slinger coming out during deployment. Interesting. And there is the Dancing Scimitar for full-out digression.
Hello, lots of blades slicing here.
I don't agree with that Slinger. It's just too little damage, I think, and not enough defense.
I feel like this is a set opening and not so much of a reaction. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Like, oh, I'm going to, have a run in here with a plan of doing this, this, and this, and you follow that without reacting to what the opponent's doing, or without knowing what to do to react properly.
I have been impressed with the few games I've seen Frozen play, so we'll see how he does this game. Quick cast coming out for Molrid.
Ooh, another wall.
Another wall of pikes. That is not going to do anything unless he extends it.
It looks like he's not.
Oh, he doesn't extend it.
But
He
he's just
just
gonna
casts
pay.
2.
All right.
Oh, wow.
At this point, is 5 dice really that scary to a Force Master? I personally wouldn't think so, but we will see. Oh, there's the lion savagery that you called earlier.
She is just going to walk through.
It's just charging right on in. How funny would it be to... No, I guess you can't do that from there. I was thinking force pull the goblin and just slice him up, but can't do that from there. There's one move, there's the second move.
Alright. And that is a 5 dice attack. I believe Molrid is having some octagon instruction at this point.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Man, I have not seen this kind of Force Master in a long time. This is good. Feels nice. We'll see if Molrid can react to it.
And the randomizer likes to take its time today.
Yeah. I think it's just the first couple of rolls in the game.
Yeah, I think it starts to get rolling after. Okay, that was an accidental thing, but.
I don't think that is the ultimate roll that they use. Although the 7 damage would have been good.
Why 7 damage there? Like, there's rolled twice. He's rolled a bunch of times.
I think he just rolled 5 dice with naturally, and then he decided, oh, I'll just drag it from the wall, and then Octagon rolled twice.
There we go. All right. Eventually.
Or 3 times. Or something.
Just keep going.
All right, so he decides to roll defense because it didn't ask him earlier. And I need a randomizer. It's taking forever.
Yeah, it's taking its sweet time at this point.
And what do we see here? A 2. Not good.
Well, it means that the damage sticks, but I think ultimately.
Well, it's 5 dice. I mean,
Yeah.
she's only going to get to roll 4 dice this turn. Or 7 if she uses Scimitar. I'm using he and she interchangeably. When I say he, it's for Frozen. When I say she, it's for the Force Master.
It's not confusing at all.
No, not at all. Alright, so make sure that he took the damage. And then, whoops, that was a minimize on mistake. Here is 6 damage on the initial strike of Galvatron.
Oh, that definitely, I mean, it out damages the
Wall of Pikes.
Wall of Pikes.
Yeah.
And moving right along, I wonder if he's going to quick cast anything at him too, like throw a rock with 5 mana. Just add on as much damage as
He does
as you
have
can.
2 spells, so he should have options.
Right. Oh, and what about the scimitar as well? Oh, I guess it's too late for that now. Phase changed.
No, he forgot to use the Scimitar. That is a new mistake. That's 3 dice. We should keep track of this. How many dice did he miss out?
Yeah, it's 3 of them.
It is now asking him whether he wants to pay the upkeep for Scimitar, so that might help him realize that he should have used it. I do that all the time, though. I forget that I have the Scimitar, and I'm like, oh, crap.
I do that with various things too. Sometimes just like, oh yeah, I should have done that. Or the Hand of Imshallah is one thing I usually
And
do.
he chose not to cast anything. Interesting.
Saving mana, maybe?
Saving out mana, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 13 mana for Molrid and 2 on the barracks. What would you do in this situation?
Definitely get some Panzer Guard like creature out. Hide behind said Panzer Guard. What about you? What do you think?
Let's see, Panzer Guard. You could not Panzer Guard and rouse this turn. So you would have to just Panzerguard and do something else. Maybe Panzerguard and brace yourself on his mage. Brace yourself would be
You can
a good
afford a
choice.
Panzer Guard and a defend. He's still gonna take the hit
could.
though.
He could. Well, then if he can defend, he can rouse also, I think. Panzerguard's only 11. He's got 15 available
Defend
if he
was
uses
only
the
like
bears.
2 mana for level 3.
Yes, that is correct. Here is the Gauntlets of Strength.
Oh man.
So we got 5 dice and then 4 dice and then 3 dice coming out. That is 12 dice a turn. There's the Panzerguard. All right, let's see what he does with it.
Hey, at least I got something right. Panzer Guard showed up.
I would definitely move down if I were the Warlord. Although maybe you don't want him to be in the same zone as the Slinger.
Yeah, I'd
So
probably.
you're just gonna quick cast a brace yourself and wait it out.
I think at that point it's still worth it.
Slinger has what, 2 dice melee attack?
I believe that's correct.
That could add up. There is 0 armor on the Force Master right now. 0 armor for each of them, which surprises me a lot. Like, the first thing I would do to a rushing Force Master is put armor on.
Yeah, or find some way to mitigate the damage you're about to take.
Yeah, I mean, the reason to put armor on is so that they can't double strike. They have to use the armor piercing 1 hit, or risk losing 4 damage. An enchantment going down on the Warlord. Wonder what that is.
I hope it's a mark for death. At this point, go big, right?
All right, it looks like double strike is coming out here.
It's always nice.
I don't
to
see
get
why you
initiative on
wouldn't do that.
that. Oh, of course. Though the first one
5
didn't go
dice
as
and
well.
3 damage. All right, 4 dice
And
and
5, all right.
5.
So
Okay, so that evened out.
8 damage total on the 8 dice that are on the 9 dice.
9.
Oh, sorry, 9
8
damage total on the 9 dice. Right? Fucking math.
No, 8 damage on 9 dice.
8 on 9. Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, it's getting late.
Because he was at 6 damage before from the first hit.
That's right.
All right, here comes a Slinger at the Force Master. The Force Master also forgetting to use the Scimitar.
Ooh, it's 3 more
or
dice.
saving it for a defend.
Oh, I guess it's true, yeah.
And there is 4 damage from the Slinger. Nice. It shows the opts not to use the defense, probably because he's trying to defend against the Warlord here. What is the Warlord going to do? Alright. Yep, this is when he should have drawn the arrow from his mage. That's okay, a Hurl Rock coming out.
Once they get that right, I'm assuming there's going to be a
There's going to be a deflect
defense
chance.
here, yeah.
And Frozen should say that he wants to deflect it. Getting 5 damage. No deflect coming from the Force Master, which is interesting.
Wonder if that's intentional.
I want to make sure the automation is working.
That's weird they didn't actually add. Or ask good.
I think he just hit F1 and rolled 5 dice.
Ah, that would appear to be the case. Because it says 5 attack dice. It didn't say the name of the attack.
Yeah, he must have just rolled 5 dice from the. Need a randomizer. All right, we don't need to talk about the octagon logistics here. Octagon code. That's boring talk.
Well, to you maybe.
All right. I'm weird. I get it. I'm the one non-programmer that plays this game. But yeah, no, this is that's 6 dice he's missed on not using that scimitar. That could be devastating.
It could
Especially
turn into a,
if he fails to dodge this.
yeah, so it could turn into a problem here.
All right, so he rolls the defense manually and avoided it.
So it ends up not worrying or not doing the damage, but it was a pretty good roll when he did it.
There's a 12 on the effect die. That's a big number. Jack Smack, reminding everybody of the rules. Good job. I must have stepped up and had to do something right now. I'm not talking. The perils of recording at work.
And then it is a new turn, right? The arrow hasn't gone away. That unfortunate arrow. Oops, wrong button there. And so it looks like both spawn points are loading up.
I don't know if Molrid needs more creatures at this point. I think he needs more armor.
I would agree at this point. He's got 10 mana and 3 on there. He could still get away with like a grunt or something.
Well, like if he has enough creatures and manages to survive the initial onslaught,
then he could be in a good position. You're right.
He could just overwhelm the Force Master and knock her out.
It's a very good possibility.
Especially since she's already at 9 damage. That slinger's gonna keep plinking away until it's death time. Goblin Alchemist coming out. Interesting.
Just
in case she puts on armor.
Hopefully the quick cast phase gets rid of that arrow.
Yeah. Arrow's a little annoying.
Yeah, sometimes it happens if you do a manual roll.
Well, you can just shift click yourself, right, and get rid of it?
You can, yes. But those who are not that well versed in Octagon may not know that.
What are you doing? No, don't do that.
And another rock goes down.
But you need to drag it from your mage.
For those who are watching and have not played Octagon too many times, all attacks of any kind come from your mage. So, attack spells.
All attacks, spells, attacks that your mage can do, not attacks that your creatures can do.
Sorry, that's a good point. I was thinking that attacks that your mage can do will come from the mage. All attacks will come from the target or the targeting creature. There we go. That covers everything, right? Now, enchantments and stuff will come directly from the card when you shift drag it.
They figure it out eventually.
I think more of this game is spent figuring out Octagon than it is playing the game. It's
Yeah.
alright, though.
That's a lot of people just play this game face to face, which is really better.
Yep, I
But since
tend to agree.
I have very few people that I can get together with on a regular basis to play Mage Wars in my local area, I
Same for a little
almost exclusively have to rely on
I'm the same for just a little longer.
June, right? July?
I move in July.
Sweet.
I think he's getting it right this time.
Yep. Alright, now we'll see if he is going to try and dodge it.
And he succeeds. That's 4 mana down the drain.
Man, successful dodges make the Force Master very frustrating and scary.
Yeah, and unsuccessful dodges make the Force Master very frustrating and
Fragile.
yeah, fragile.
And a quick cast coming down from Frozen here. That's
interesting.
That is really only one thing.
Aha. There's a mind control.
Yep. 8 mana for 2 stuns and a dispel bait. That is pretty good.
It is pretty good. Plus, you may even get a chance to hit with him.
Yeah.
If he's not dealt with right away.
It's true. Or protect yourself.
True. I guess I didn't think of that as a possibility because I don't usually think about that.
But in this scenario, I would probably, if I had the chance, I would probably hit the Warlord with the Panzer Guard.
You try to throw as many dice as you can. Especially when they still don't have any, he doesn't have any armor on. You might as well throw as many unarmored damage as you can get against this guy.
Yeah, it boggles my mind that he has no armor on right now.
It's alright. It takes some getting used to play the Warlord.
But, like, but armor is, everyone uses armor.
Oh, I know that. Managing the Warlord's mana, though, can be a rather difficult task if you think you're supposed to cast something from the barracks every turn.
That's true. 1 damage on the Slinger. That is not gonna save the game.
No. Unfortunately, I think the Slinger would be good, but not in this matchup. I tend to actually like Slingers a lot, but he's not able to do a whole lot. It's too little too late. It's the wrong tool for the job.
Okay, so he acts with the Panzer Guard first and removes the stun, which is interesting. Wonder if he's waiting to see if he's going to be able to double strike this turn.
Yeah, I'm actually interested why he didn't try to double strike first, just to guarantee it.
Yeah, that is very strange to me. Maybe he wanted to save the Scimitar for a dodge?
It's possible.
Alright, so there's a punch coming from the Warlord.
Alright. And no defense, followed up. Whoa! That was one heck of a hit.
Holy cow, he got maximum damage on that hit.
Max, well, 1 less than max just because of the armor, but that, whew.
And all of a sudden, the Force Master is at half health.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Although, the Warlord's about to take some pain right back, too. another roll in the same kind of vein. Wow. 7 damage on the first strike. And there's another one following up here in just a second. Wow.
So, all right. Look at that.
So, come on, dice roll. So we're looking at a total of 10 damage from 9 dice there. That's a pretty good roll, too.
Yeah, that balances out the 7 damage from 8 dice, or 9 dice, or 8 damage from 9 dice last time.
Yep. And
we are seeing it average out for
Frozen, maybe. I know Molrid, I think, is a little bit ahead of the curve right now, getting 8 on 4.
Yeah, but he's had a few rocks dodged.
True.
Which is, interestingly enough, that would put the Force Master in a really dangerous position if she had not dodged both of those rocks.
That's correct. And it's really interesting to see that this went from 0 to 60. I mean, we're on what turn? I didn't even catch what turn number it was. It can't be more than like 7. I think it might only be even 6 or something like that.
I think it is turn 5.
Wow. Man, it's going crazy.
Because that slinger came out, what, turn 2? Turn 3. And then the Panzer Guard turn 4.
Wow, you're right.
So it must. I think it's turn 6. I think it is turn 6 right now.
Yeah.
Molrid sitting on 9 mana. Frozen sitting on 14 mana. Molrid at a dangerous 24 out of 36 health.
I gotta think as the Force Master, you're preparing a dissolve every turn just in case, and maybe an attack spell to supplement your damage.
Maybe.
Those are what I'm thinking I would do.
I would have prepared an Arcane Ward at this point, I think, to keep that Panzer Guard alive.
Well, that's an interesting one too. Yeah, you could do that.
But she chooses to enchant herself, so. Oh, you know what? Force Field. That's what's going to happen here, I think.
I believe that's a good play, though. Something got revealed and I can't see it yet.
That's because my auto scroll is not turned on.
It's alright. Based on the mana amount, I think it was.
Yeah, it costs 10 mana, so it's a Force Field.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like he's going to dispel the mind control.
Mind control has been dispelled,
which
gives another stun, right?
Actually, a very wrong choice at this point. Because now he is additionally defenseless.
I would agree, because that took a lot of mana.
He needed to get some armor down.
Some armor or something to mitigate some kind of damage there.
And the Force Fields.
Oh yeah, that's about it.
Panzer Guard needs a stun. And the Force Master can just sit here and weather all 3 of these attacks and take 0 damage this turn.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, why not get rid of the Force Field instead?
I don't think he had enough mana.
Oh, you're right, he didn't. Because he only had 9.
So.
And here comes the double strike.
Oops, keep moving my mouse around. I keep trying to put my mouse over a card and like I'm going to be able to look at it.
Oh, and getting some
2 on that
bad damage rolls.
But the first roll was pretty good.
And now here comes the scimitar. Finally.
Yep, 2 additional damage though.
Alright, so that was a total of 6 damage from not 12 dice.
Yeah, that was not nearly
as much as the last 8 damage. 8 damage from 12 dice.
Right, 8 damage, sorry.
So we are seeing a less than average, slightly less than average damage dice coming out of Frozen in this game. Because that first attack was 6 dice out of or 6 damage on 4 dice.
Yep.
So we are 2 dice below the curve right now.
It's not too bad. In the long run, that's not very much.
No, I mean, but the point is, like, if he had been hot rolling,
Oh, yeah.
this game would be over so fast.
And because Molrid had that one hot roll earlier, actually, it's
It's a lot closer than it could have been. But that force field was clutch.
It was a clutch force field, especially when there's 3 attacks left from that zone. Although I keep thinking the Panzerguard has an attack, but he does not.
No, he has to stun. He has to unstun this turn.
Mm-hmm. So that force field is going to go down and only have 1 token next turn, and the Force Master gets to go second. So, what do you think?
And that does not count attack spells.
What's that?
So during quick cast, the Force Master could win next turn.
Oh yes, that's true. Assuming there's an attack spell there. I don't know, if I'm the Warlord, I'm thinking Tanglevine, move out of the way behind the Panzerguard.
I am so surprised at how little the Warlord actually moved this game.
I wonder if the Warlord's afraid that that's an enfeeble on him. So moving would then
It doesn't matter. Like, even just moving and putting up an earth wall or something.
It's true. I agree with you. It would be a good idea.
And then you could force push the Force Master away or Tanglevine him or something.
Save some mana for a Dispel on that force field.
Yeah.
Or find a way to incapacitate and or daze the Force Master?
I think, either Molrid just got thrown off balance by this massive aggression, or just didn't build enough answers.
Yeah, that could be
his
it.
book.
How interesting would a Surging Wave be in the quick cast?
Oh man, Surging Wave. Any of these turns, a Surging Wave would have been a good choice.
Always a good decision. Although in this case, against the quick cast, now that I think about it, the force field has 1 left, so.
Yeah, the force field is not the right time to use it. I would hit with the Warlord and then Surging Wave, probably. But, I mean, it is the Warlord's action, so he can move the Panzerguard in and guard.
Yeah, but that sweeping attack still has a chance.
Yeah, it does. And then the Scimitar afterwards. But the Panzerguard can then get rid of the force field, so if the Warlord survives, like, a Warlord could cast a heal on himself right now. Unless that's a Poison's Blood. How awesome would that be if that Poison Blood had been on him since round 2?
Yep. An Orc Butcher.
I don't get it.
Not my first choice, but maybe he's got a plan. Something could work.
There's still 1 unrevealed enchantment on the Force Master right now. And it's the Force Master is not going to deploy from the Battle Forge. Let's see if there's a quick cast from Molrid here. Yes, there is. Is it a heal? It is a Harsh Forge Monolith? Why?
And an enchantment. I probably would have just thrown a rock at him.
And there's the Poison Blood, just in case the 1 mana is going to do anything. Not necessary, even. Very strange.
Interesting choices.
And the Panzerguard moves and guards, so she has to hit the Panzerguard first.
Mm-hmm. I expect the sweeping attack to come through right now. Or to be used right now. Oh, never mind. There's Mongoose Agility.
And Mongoose Agility says, "Screw your Panzer Guard. I'm winning now."
So I guess that was the other card we we thought about earlier.
Oh wow! Well played, Frozen. Well played.
That was a good match, barring a catastrophe of a roll. Yep, there it is. That makes
Yeah,
it official.
first hit. Blam.
Blam.
No armor though. Like I'm so surprised.
Yeah,
No
I'm rather
armor.
surprised myself actually. Well, interesting game and welcome to the tournament, Molrid. I think this is Molrid's first match played, right?
Is it? I don't know.
It's the only one I can
Are you
remember
are
seeing.
you looking at the standings?
I'm looking it up now. One second. Um, that was a really fast match.
Yep.
Well played to Frozen, and that's the first one that Molrid has. I haven't seen anything reported yet, so
Okay.
it's okay. It's a long tournament though, so lots of
And
matches left to be played.
uh,
Yeah, the Charge Master is not very common anymore. Oh, and you're asking actually about the armor. I'm curious myself. Is there a response from him earlier?
I think he tells me why, but
All right. Not to be like critical. I'm just curious now. Ah, that makes sense. Yep. So I'm wondering if it was one of those not very experienced with the Bloodwave Warlord, and so kind of threw it together and tried to get it out as fast as possible. I almost always forget something ridiculous like I don't know. I've forgotten teleports more times than I can count. All right. Well, good game to both competitors, and that moves Frozen up to 2-1, I believe. His
I
only
tell I
loss.
tell Frozen that he missed out on two
Oh yeah.
scimitar attacks.
I think that actually moves Frozen to 2-1, who's right behind Drayfan at 2-0 or 3-0 now. I don't remember how many Drayfans played. Um, we just
He's
commented on the
kicking
one earlier.
himself for forgetting.
Oh yeah. Those 6 dice could have
Heart attack.
changed. It could have ended earlier even.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
With that 4 health.
Yep. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully there will be more, and these will get posted here soon. So there will be more matches coming up as the tournament progresses.
Yep. And now it is just up to Koshade to post them all.
Yeah. Harass him if you want. Well, I guess by the time this gets posted, never mind. Don't worry about that part. Have a great day.